Anytime I go to another country, I'm like, dude, America's fucking number one.
Do you think Trump's going to win?
If they run Biden, either DeSantis or Trump will win.
Yeah.
They can't run Biden. Even though he was the most popular president of all time. How about that? Most votes ever?
Well, he is the best.
What?
He's the best. So if you...
There's nothing there.
What would you do? Is it Gavin Newsom? Like, what would you do? Elizabeth Warren? Like, who?
Michelle Obama.
If she wants to do it.
Obama. She would win.
Yeah, she would win.
She would win off she would fuck those dudes up.
Yeah. Unless so many people have been red-pilled because of this administration and all the wackiness that, like, the bubble people, because it was always kind of 50-50 anyway. The bubble people might go towards that because there's so much insanity on the left.
Here's the bummer: is I was talking with I was with Norman and Liz and Ari, and we were doing a show, and we were talking afterwards about how, like, you know, the classic, like, fucking things seem to be relaxing a little as far as, like, the woke, like, all that shit. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But I was like, it's gonna get worse. The second this election starts ramping up, we're gonna go right back into it. Yeah, especially if it's Trump. Mm-hmm. It's gonna go right back to where we just were. Yeah, especially when people think there's a real threat of him winning. Yeah, they'll get very hysterical. And if you don't think that's the case, go right back. Dude. My favorite GIF in all of the internet is that lady with the sock hat and the glasses on her knees when Trump won, screaming. Yeah. It's one of the greatest. That was the thing. I didn't vote for Trump, but man, when that guy won, I was like, dude. Immediately, I was like, yo, dude. If he wins again, do you know? First of all, how is he? He's all fat and everything, and he's 78, right? But he's so alert. I know, he's giving speeches, and I'm like, sounds great. Damn, that guy's got the juice again. He's got the juice. He sounds great. I want to see if DeSantis swings at him. That'll be interesting. If he fights back. He calls him Meatball Ron. Yeah. Ron.
He said that's crude. He's not going to say it, is what I was just looking up.
Ron said that
once, but he's not going to say it.
Oh, that's how he talks shit. Yeah, he goes, I'm not going to say that. What'd you call him? Meatball Ron? I would never say that. It's so funny. He hit, who was it? One of them with pussy. It might have been Ted Cruz or Marco Rubio. You called him pussy? There was a lady in the crowd, and she goes, he's a pussy. And he goes, what'd you say? And she yelled it again. He was like, he could tell no one else heard it. He goes, she called him a pussy. I would never say that. He said that out loud? She called him a pussy? Microphone. Bro. Yeah. Come on, man. He's got comic timing. He's a pussy. That's terrible. I would never call him pussy. He's a pussy. That's terrible. During the campaign rally in New Hampshire, Trump hit back, then rival Ted Cruz by quoting a woman in the audience who called the Texas senator a pussy. She just said a terrible thing. You do it. Do it. She just said a terrible thing. You know what she said? Shout it out. Okay. You're not allowed to say it. I won't say it. She called him a pussy. The crowd went nuts, dude. Oh, yeah. He said, I never expected to hear that from you again. That's terrible. He, like, fake scolded her while smiling. You shouldn't say that. And that's the president. Dude. That was the president. And he won. It's going to be interesting to see what happens. I think it's a mess because, you know, by just trying to get someone into the office as a Democrat and picking Biden because he was the most likely to win, they put themselves in a terrible position where he's way too old. And everybody knows it. There's a lot of people that won't vote for him just because of his age. And they're scared that Kamala Harris is going to be president. You know, because she's his vice president again. Like, dude, that's a mess. That's a mess. Nobody wants that. That's not working out now. I think we all realize we fucked up a little. Yeah. You see Joe talk, you go, ooh. Yeah. We just wanted to be done with the fucking circus. But who would they get? Who's, like, effective? It's really just Michelle Obama. I mean, you could see other people having an impact. Yeah. Gavin Newsom, if he hadn't fucked up during COVID, like if COVID didn't happen, Gavin Newsom was fast-tracked to be the president. But Gavin Newsom's like DeSantis, where I'm like, once people hear him talk, you're going to go, oh. Like, Gavin Newsom's just doing Obama. But he's doing Obama. The difference is people don't like Gavin Newsom in his own state. They just take him over a Republican. Yeah. And people love DeSantis. People love DeSantis in Florida. But there are people that love him. Like, he has fans. I know, that love him. I don't think Gavin Newsom has a lot of fans. Here's what I think about DeSantis. I hear you for sure. And he got busted wearing no mask in a restaurant when everyone's supposed to be masked. And I think with DeSantis, I don't know enough about him. I think people love the idea of DeSantis, where they're like, Florida fucking said, fuck COVID, we're going to keep, they did their thing. So they love the idea of DeSantis, but nobody's ever heard him talk. Nobody's ever seen him talk. And when you do, you go, oh, fuck, this guy's a dork. They go, God damn it, this is another dork.
I've seen him talk a bunch of times.
I know, I'm just talking about the general public. I think when
You
they
think?
see him talk, right now I'm sure he's doing fine in approval, but nobody's seen him. And when he talks, especially if he starts trying to talk shit back and forth with Trump,
Yeah, that's going to get ugly.
it's going to split that. It's going to be fun, dude. Meatball Ron. Meatball Ron.
Oh my God, it's so exciting.
Yeah, it'll be fun. The spectacle will be fun.
The spectacle will be fun, but then it's also the same prospect every time. I never feel good about who's going to be the president. It's always like, okay.
Yeah,
It's never like anybody that really is coming along that's going to like revamp the system in some sort of meaningful way. And the only way to do that is to take money out. And they're never going to do that. So let's just fucking keep telling jokes.
Yeah, fuck it. That's what Trump's good for.
Yeah, we'll just keep telling jokes.
That's
Trump's
good.
way better for us. Yeah. In terms of like material?
Trump's good for material, but he's bad for the culture of comedy.
How so?
People get way more touchy. Because all the race and transphobia and homophobia, that gets ramped up big time.
Right.
So then people actually get sensitive.
I wonder if that's going to ramp up again or if that's run its cycle.
That shit worked tremendously.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're going to run that playbook again for sure.
All right, dude, let's wrap this up.
Fucking right.
We got shit to do.
Yeah.